This one's called Requiem, and this is the finale, part 1. They say that those who fail to remember the past are condemned to live it again. My heart is full of painful splinters of forgotten pain that creeps up and fucks my whole planet. This pain has been the only staple of my past worth clinging to. My normality depends on it. This false sense of self-empowerment has failed me too many times. Too many times being let down by what I thought was right. What am I supposed to do to function normally? I have savored every good thought and tried to flush the bad, only to feel lost and worse than when I started. Where will my past lead me? Where will my path go? The pain of a past is too wicked to forget. A vulgar display of the breakdown of public functioning. The breakdown of a heart that was once so full of life. A bright beacon of hope snuffed out by tough love and neglect. Resentments brought on by a soul too far gone to ever return to a normal state. Yearning to be accepted by those who constantly and painfully shun me. Negative thinking overtook an outlook of a brighter future. My dreams have been filled with something I'm not sure ever existed in real life. I can't put my finger on exactly what I'm needing, or even exactly what it is that I'm lacking. I'm still yearning for any kind of acceptance. I fear the next step. I know I'm too far gone to gain any acceptance right now. At least each step taken is in a more solid and worthy direction. The end result may very well be a joyous sight as I think about the hell I'm leaving. I'm actually saddened by a part of me that is dying. A part of me that, when it's lost, will be like losing a brother. A brother that would have been the death of me if left unattended. I focus on this hole left behind. The emptiness that has consumed as much of me as it could. The same emptiness that is my sole reason for recovering from this painful path. The theater was the creation of a child who had a deluded mind. A sorrowful child who was drowning in his own hate. A narcotic delusion fashioned to hide the corrupted truth. To numb the pain of disgust and betrayal, an unfathomable act played out on the stage of a human form. An act so foul that it was hidden and forgotten by the one who deemed it worthy. An unwanted fantasy turned into a frightening nightmare. The dangerous seduction of a scared and unwilling participant. I often hated my very existence and wished to have never been born. But why do I feel like dying? When does the good start showing up and drown out the bad, instead of the bad drowning me? Can I make it through life one day at a time? Seems like I'm surviving minute to minute. Surviving only to be hurt more and to be humiliated in a show of power. I block out the bad by having even more horrible and defiled thoughts, and it gets me nowhere. A journey through the darkened paths inside my head is such an arduous task to ask of any man. The courage to survive 1 second is unparalleled to any ever shown. There has to be a better way. A way without numbing myself. A way without chemical assistance. I go to many lengths to try to improve my quality of life, as well as the quantity of days that I have remaining. I set off on many journeys and I find one that seems to work. To my surprise, it left me in more shambled rubble than any other times before. How does one go from absolute adoration to complete disregard of life? It is an epic journey into failure and remorse. So out of the ashes I rise into the infernal reincarnation of my former self. The former self struggling with addiction. All I have left are the tormented memories and dysfunction that I claim. One failed relationship after another, searching for everything I needed to be one with myself. I'd always planned for a life worth more than what I walk in today. The barriers and obstacles that present themselves on a daily basis are proportioned so greatly. It seems impossible to overcome. past is the only weapon that can create the war in my heart and to be able to destroy me fully. Total collateral damage in my mind as I overcome insurmountable odds for survival. A requiem for a part of me gone, snuffed out by positive thoughts and kind words. A past full of pain and self-pity now becomes a future full of promise. The past will always be there, but I will no longer be crippled by what I see when I open the door to fondly revisit the good parts of my past. Thank you.